I have to move the Zoom little uh, control bar around. So just bear with me. Sometimes I'm moving us around so that we can see what I have on the screen better. So I'm starting off with just showing you a picture or an image of the lungs, just a reminder of what's going on that we don't need to think about. The only people that I think that really think about what's going on inside of the lungs on a daily basis are doctors, especially pulmonologists, because this is their specialty. But for most regular people, we don't think about it. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of an explanation. Of course, we know when we inhale oxygen, it goes in through our nostrils and it comes through the trachea. And what's lovely here is that it branches off into each of our two lungs. Now, what's interesting about the way the lungs are structured, at least something that I noticed, so this is just Glenda's opinion and Glenda's uh, observation, is that they look like roots to a tree. They look like how roots in a tree are grow, and they also remind me of branches in the wintertime. So this is how our lungs are structured. And we have, of course, our right and our left lung. And the oxygen not only goes in through the trachea, but it travels through each of these parts of the lungs that I say look like branches to a tree. And there is a little picture here of what is at the end of these branches called the alveoli. Now, this is in a biology class, so we're not going to go into the details of what each of these parts of the lungs do, but I just want you to see what is inside of your own body and what your own lungs look like. Now, what I do want you to pay attention to is the diaphragm that's right under the lungs. This plays an important part. When we inhale deeply, the diaphragm pulls down to expand the lungs so that we can get more oxygen. And then when we exhale, the diaphragm moves back up to help the lungs to expel oxygen. So that's really a very quick and simple explanation and image of what each and every one of you are doing when you breathe. So we're going to go and explore a little bit further. I think I might have to move us down to the bottom. Okay, so fortunately, oh my goodness. Okay, hold on, everybody. I just want to find the right position to put us so that it's not taking up the screen. So I'm going to come out of the screen share for a moment. Just give me a moment. I love seeing all of your lovely faces. However, we have to move us around so that we can see the slide properly. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Ay, ay, ay. I'm glad that this is a breathing class. I just want you to breathe while I'm getting us in position. That's what I'm doing. Okay. I think I'm just going to keep us where we are next time because when I move us too much, then we lose the slide. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to keep it this size for right now. Okay. So we looked at the inside of the lungs. So when we inhale oxygen, and that oxygen goes to our red blood cells. And those red blood cells, as you know, go throughout the body, nourishing the organs. So the red blood cells carrying the oxygen to our organs. Now, what's really interesting is that as we exhale, we push out carbon dioxide, as you know. But what's really important is that our bodies require a balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So we can run into problems when our carbon dioxide levels are too low. proper breathing techniques can help us to keep those carbon dioxide levels where they need to be. And we're going to explore that a little bit more in the upcoming slides. As you see, I'm still trying to find the right place to put us on the screen. I think I'm going to keep us here for this slide. So what are the major factors that keep our bodies in good condition? Proper breathing techniques, once you learn them, will help you in a variety of different ways. I have been practicing deep breathing techniques since I was in my 20s. I'm now 61. So I've been practicing them for a long time, and I especially use them more recently in the last 6 years or so to help me manage my high blood pressure, which I can say that I am very thankful that although I was taking medication at one time, I am on no more um, blood pressure medication through some of the practices that I do in my own life. So I just want to share that. Now, of course, movement or exercise also increases blood circulation, so that helps keep our bodies in good condition. But today we're focusing on breathing techniques. Okay. All right. So let's talk about how do we end up uh, getting into a habit of improper breathing, and what is it anyway? Well, first and foremost, what helps to get us into a habit of breathing improperly is long days and then years of sitting at a desk. Working at a desk job is preferable for many different reasons. Usually, if you work at a desk, you may be making more money than, let's say, someone that is a cashier or someone that is, has a different type of job. But there's a lot of sitting, and I also could attest to that. I've worked on computers for a long time. Really about 40 years in my life. And there's a lot of sitting, and there are a lot of things that happen to you if you sit so much over time. But breathing into your chest instead of your stomach is an improper breathing technique. And one of the ways that you breathe into your chest is by inhaling through your mouth. And you may not even realize it because it's a habit. Learning how to breathe improperly from some sports. I know that when I was in high school, I was on the track team. I think I threw shot put and long distance.